Top of the morning, y'all. It is Monday morning. We is almost to Turkey Day, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great this morning, and I think I need to share that energy with y'all, man. I want to tell y'all that manifestation is real. Anything that your mind, soul, spirit, body desires, you can have it. Like, it is real. But it all starts with like your mindset, man. And I want to tell y'all how manifestation played a part in my life and who I am today. And it's not just manifestation, but really having faith and knowing that you can have anything and you don't lack anything. Like, I really do believe that. So when I was younger, I always used to imagine and envision and, you know, look at my life and like as I got older and what I wanted to be, you know, the things that I wanted, the places I wanted to go. Like, I imagined so much as a little kid, and I feel like that was the secret, was our imagination. Like, you know, when a teacher asked you what you wanted to be when you grew up and you said a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, that was a part of your imagination from, you know, the things that you learned in school about these significant people and their jobs, right? You know, but coming from the background that I came from, I guess my imagination was so powerful because I lacked a lot of things compared to others. I didn't have, you know, most of what most children have, you know, in their childhood. I didn't have, you know, all of the fancy toys and things. Like, my imagination came from just having to be outside and enjoying nature and just, you know, seeing things. That's where my imagination came from. And I can remember being young, and at the time, you know, I would go to my uncle's house and I would always want to play the game and not even realizing, like, my imagination was so big. Even playing that game, you know how you sit there and you're playing the game, you like, oh, I'm gonna have this car, or I'm gonna have that car, and I'm gonna have this house. And then in the game, you just driving to the house and you just parking and you sitting there. And in that time, it's like you playing the game, but you know, that's what I feel is what manifestation is visualizing, you know, sitting there and, you know, envisioning yourself going through that experience. And let me tell y'all something, that works. Visualizing, sitting in that experience and feeling what it would feel like to be in that position. And I kid you not, I can't like take it back to I can take it back to the time where I remember going to my uncle's house, and as a kid, I'm like, man, my uncle got all these cool cars in his driveway. You know, he had Infinities, he had Hondas, he had race cars. But I can never forget just every time I see my uncle pull up in his Infinity, and it had some nice rims on it, I used to say to myself, like, when I get older, I'm going to get that car. I'm going to get that car. Like, that's a nice car. And I liked the way it sounded. I liked the way it drive. It was like, you know, Infinities is, you know, in between, you know, luxury and sport. So you get a 2-for-1 deal. That's how I felt, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get that car. I like the music, the way it sound, the way it drive, all that. Man, my uncle used to have that car cleaned every single day. Spit shine, you know what I'm saying? And I used to say it so much, I used to tell my cousin, I'm like, yeah, man, when I get older, man, I'm going to have me Infinity. I'm going to have one of those. And I said it so much with so much belief behind it. Nobody can tell me that I was going to be driving my Infinity, man. And let me tell you something. Because I didn't have any blockages, and because I didn't let anyone tell me that I could not have that car, or it was impossible for me to have, because I solely believe that I can have that car, let me tell y'all something. I bought that car not once, but twice into my adult life. And it was a specific car. It was an Infiniti G37. I was so specific about that car, not just any Infiniti. It was like I wanted that specific trim, specific model, specific layout. And when I got that car, you know, I'm driving in and I'm posting it and I'm posting up on my car. All of my cousins could attest to this. As an adult, they wrote me and said, oh my God, cuz, you always said you was gonna have an Infiniti when you grew up. You always said it. And that was like, it hit home for me, because I'm like, you know what, I stressed that so much as a child. Like, boy, it was just like, it's the power of the mind and visualization and manifestation and having faith that you can have whatever your heart desires. And I got that car, y'all. You know, my first one, I got into a car accident or whatever sometime after having it, but it was silver. It had the, fender on the back. It was a beautiful car, man. And I love my car. I put 10 on it. I was riding clean. I thought I was cool. Nobody couldn't tell me nothing. And then after that, I got, an Infiniti replacement from that car wreck. And I got another one. Then I turned around and got the Infiniti Q50. So I'm telling you, manifestation is real. You can have it. If you desire it, you can have it. But you have to feel it. You have to put yourself in that position and go to the lot. Go sightsee. Go be within the energy of the things that you want. I've done that so many times, and it's done great things where I would go to certain dealerships. I would go to certain communities where they have nice homes, and I just drive around. I even have a homeboy that recently wrote me, said, "You still driving around those nice neighborhoods?" Yes. Why? Because I believe wholeheartedly that I'm gonna be in a bigger and nicer neighborhood. So that's why I go envision and get that energy, because it's like something that you don't see very often. Sometimes it's hard for you to put it in perspective or think that it's in arm's reach because of, not seeing it. So put yourself in that position and you can have it. I'm promising you. It's not that hard to manifest anything. You just have to have the belief and the faith behind it. You get what I'm saying? So I just wanted to leave that with us. So I hope you have a good Monday.